stuff afterwards.
Okay.
Let me drop you the. See, where's the message button? Drop you the Twitch link.
So then on Twitch, it's on Twitch, I presume?
Yeah. I believe that's. I think that just brings it straight to the stream, if I'm
Alright.
not mistaken. Um, okay, sweet. I would mute it so you
Yeah.
don't hear yourself, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
let's see. Change the name. Uh,
And then does Twitch, does it record it so you can see the VOD afterwards? Or...
yeah, they do, but I upload it to my YouTube channel, so you can look at it there as
Okay,
well.
perfect.
Um, and if you don't mind, I'm also going to drop this in the Discord chat for people. So, let's see, live coaching. Right now. Bah. There you go. Okay. So, how's it going? What's the deal?
So, you can see my op.gg. So my most played champions are Zac and Fiora. And then Zac got changed and he was banned every game, and Fiora got nerfed, and now I'm like having a lot of trouble playing her. So I'm not really sure because like I guess I'm just feeling a little bit lost in like who I should play right now, because my two most played like and favorite champions are kind of in a weird state right now, and I'm not really sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Hold on. Wait, that was totally the correct password. Oh, I forgot the. Okay. I haven't logged into my main account in a while because me and my friend, if you look on the Discord, Neverland, the one moderator I have, we've been playing on the LAN server, like the Latin America server,
Oh,
and
okay.
we've been just been like climbing super hard. we're trying to hit like high diamond on that account because LAN is. Let me tell you right now, LAN is so much easier than NA.
What is the ping like?
So I'm in North Dakota, and the ping
Okay.
here is about 40 for the normal server, and the ping in LAN is only 70. So
Oh, that's not bad.
yeah, so it's fine. I'm gonna do a humble brag right now. Let me go to my LAN OPIGG and I'll show you the account that we're playing on. You can see that in the Twitch stream.
It's a good Latin American name.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny.
I know, right? Okay, but yeah, so we're just playing. He plays ADC and jungle, and I play pretty much only mid lane,
Okay, cool.
mid top if I get it. If we like look at the solo MR, so we're gold 3 right now, and it says plat 5. We're playing against like plat 2s every game. Like if we look at this last game, or not that game, not that game. Which game was it? Oh jeez, this one, the one that I did really bad in. Yeah, look, we're playing against like all plat 2s and plat 3s, while me and him are sitting at gold 3. This is not a good feeling. You're playing, you're gold 3, but you're playing as like plat 2s. Sucks so much dick. Okay, anyway, so let me kind of go through how I usually do these coaching sessions. So I start off with introducing myself, how long I've been playing, stuff like that. I can open it up to questions. If you have any questions right away, we can do that. I don't know how much you know about the game. I mean, it looks like, just from a quick glance at your op.gg, it looks like you know basic mechanics like CSing and not dying and stuff like that. So I don't know if you need to go over any of that stuff. I can do a refresher if you want. we could talk more about macro play. We could talk more about wave management. There's a bunch of different things we could go over. We can go over more of why you're losing games if you have like a VOD or something. Do you know if you have one up or?
Let's see. Just going through my match history. So like, I guess the Jax game. Let's see. Yeah, it was this one right there, 6-5-3. It was against a Vladimir, and that was just a brutal lane. But it was like, it was one of those things where I let's see, how long was the game? It was 27 minutes. So about the 20-minute mark, I think we were like 3 towers down, but I was like finally getting to a decently strong strength, and I was like able to like kind of get into the split push mode where I could start to do like some 1v1s.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like I was like so far behind that I really wasn't. I just felt very like useless.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a VOD of this game, like that we can watch, or?
Let's see. I've got like a Place TV that records everything. Let's see. I've got that recorded.
Because if we could go over that, that would be.
Or I've got like
awesome.
the replay file from the.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. If you could just send me the replay file, we can do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
I think you can just drag and drop it into the Discord. We should be fine.
Okay, cool.
I mean, first of all, the rest of your teammates fed, and I feel like you. There's not a ton you could have done about that.
Yeah, I don't have any like VODs recently that I mean, that was one. I hate blaming teammates because I didn't play very well, but at least I wasn't like 1 in 10.
Of course. I mean, just by kind of looking at, I don't know, your item build. Like, I mean, I feel like you could have easily like changed how you could have won this game. Just look kind of looking at your item build. But let's yeah, if you can just send me like the replay file, we could.
Okay, yeah.
Make this nice and simple. Okay, let's see. So what does your name mean, by the way? Give me a, what is it?
Oh, it's Portuguese. It means Asian gypsy.
I see.
I lived in Brazil for a couple years, and like Brazilian gypsies are just crazy. They're super funny. And then like my family's Japanese, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Your family's Japanese, but you lived in Brazil for a few years?
Yeah, I was yeah. So Discord is saying the file's too big, but it's
file's too big. You can you just email me it or something?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, here, I'll message you my email here. This gives away my name, but whatever. So while you're sending it to that email quickly, I'll introduce myself a little bit. My name is Daniel. I'm 20 years old. Going to be a third year college student for music education. Why did I just open up Facebook? Close that before the stream saw anything. Nice.
That's cool. My freshman year of school, I did music.
Yeah, you changed it after that? Or?
Yeah. I changed. I got all nervous making money and stuff doing music.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, but I love it. Great.
Yeah. I play 11 instruments. if that means anything. I've been playing League since Season 1, technically. I made my account in Season 1 right before Caitlyn got released. I made, and then I played a few games, and I thought the game was really dumb, so I was like, screw this. So then I went on, kept playing Minecraft, whatever. I was maybe like a freshman, sophomore in high school, something like that. And then in midway, like July of season 3, I started playing again, and I really haven't really stopped since. My first season was ranked season was season 4. I got placed in bronze 5, and I ended the season in gold 4, I believe. The next 2 seasons, I ended in plat 5 and plat 1, and then I hit diamond 5 this season. So that's nice and fun. It looks like you were silver last season. I don't know if that's you were bronze last season and got silver, or if you just
I was placed like bronze 3, and then I got demoted all the way down to bronze 5. My friend who introduced me to the game, he actually just barely got out of bronze 5. So I was like, all the ranked games I'd like play with him, and then I realized that he wasn't very good. So like when I started playing by myself, then I started winning. Yeah, I actually, looking at last season, I pretty much all climbing up to silver. It was like all playing Ziggs.
playing Ziggs. Well, I mean, you only played 7 games of this.
Yeah, but that's like where like the last bit of it was.
Okay, I gotcha. Have you sent the file, or?
Yeah, I sent it.
Nope. I think I had this problem with another guy. It might take a little bit. I think it took like 10 minutes for it to actually show up in my inbox, which kind of sucks. But oh well. I guess we'll. Okay, so, do you have any questions? Just like to start off with anything, just off the top of your head. Like anything that you think any problems you think you have just off the top of your head, like something like that.
So I feel like I have a problem where the first 10 minutes or so, like laning phase, I don't do too horribly, and I'm focused just a lot mostly on just CSing, trading whenever possible. But after that, when it starts to move to like smaller skirmishes or smaller team fights, I'll spend a lot of time like roaming, try to help the team, and then my gold increase will drop drastically. Okay. So like there was like a Cassidin game a bit, and I ended with 186 farm. 140 of that was like in the first like 20 minutes. And then the game went on for another 10 minutes, and like yeah.
I feel ya. I mean, sometimes it's hard to pick up CS when you're especially if your team, and trust me, in Silver this happens a lot, if your team like fights a lot. Like, yeah. So there's this thing that Silver, and I mean even up until like plat 5 players do, where they kind of just fight for no particular reason. Oh, I got the replay. Okay. Yeah, they fight for no reason in particular, like at all, and then nobody saw that. And then and then they get really far behind because, I don't know, maybe the other team was farming and the other team and your team was fighting and all this other crap. But we will watch over this game and see what happens, I guess. So I'll just start this up.
Yeah. I guess I don't know, like, I'm really bad at roam timings or knowing when I should follow a fight or when I should just shove the lane. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, we can walk through that on here. I used to play a lot more top lane. Like last season I played only top lane, and I switched to mid lane because my league team at college needed a mid laner, and it turns out I'm a lot better at mid lane than top lane. So we will see. Let's see. Everybody's silver. Oh, that came up really fast. Okay. So let's lock this on to you. And get started. Okay, so God, I hate I hate how this is. Okay, so the thing is, it's like about 13 seconds behind on the stream, something like that. Like the in-game timer on the stream says 25 seconds, and my thing says 40, so about 15-second delay on the stream.
Yeah.
So
I've seen 40 just now.
yeah. So I will pause for a while anytime I want to talk about something, so we can actually keep you in the know and the know-how.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna speed this up. So Door and Shield is a good start into Vlad. It's probably the best start you can do. I assume you went Fervor. I can't tell straight off the bat, but it looks like I assume you probably started Fervor, which is fine. So let's see. So at first, okay, let's see. So you walk up, you get all 3 first minions, which is surprising. I usually miss 2 of the first 3. So that's good. You took a Q to the face, but it's not that bad. Taking some harass, but it's Vlad. It's understandable. Okay. Okay. So we'll pause right after he cues you with his double stack.
Yeah, that was really bad.
So there's kind of a problem so this is something like I said, you could probably work on. So you walked up there you were in the middle of his minion wave for really no reason in particular. And I tell this to everyone, always move with a reason and push waves with a reason. When I say push waves with a reason, I mean that because some people just auto-shove the wave for no reason. And there's really only 2 reasons you auto-shove the wave. It's if you kill the enemy, so then you can shove it into their turret and they lose all that XP. Or if they roam down to another side of the map and you can see them, so you can safely shove into the turret so they lose a bunch of XP. Otherwise, you never ever want to shove in, unless it's some magical circumstance where it's like Vlad, like this, like a Vlad versus Jax matchup, where the Vlad might want to shove you in so he can get some harass on you under turret. But even then, it would be smarter for him to just zone you off the minions, like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of sucks about what happened here, and let me see if I can just back up a teeny bit. So you kind of so he cues you here, which is fine. That's fine. You didn't take too much damage. But so you have to look at his bar. So you see he's getting second Q up. He has his big Q up right now, and you're walking up to get this, and you can't see my cursor because for some reason I have this. Okay, so you're walking up to CS this 1 minion right here. Mm-hmm. Now, this is also something that everybody does and needs to learn how to not stop doing. It is much better, much better to to give up 1 CS than it is to lose half your health.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure you can guess the reason why, but I'll say it just for VOD's sake. The reason why is, first of all, it gives him kill pressure on you, which means you have to play even further back, and you have to give up even more CS. Or if he gets you low enough, you'll have to go back and go back to base, and then you have to run all the way back top lane, and by that time he could have shoved this entire minion wave into the turret, which means just for you getting that 1 CS, you lost 6-7 other CS here. So it's much better. So the CS that you're going for right here if I were in your shoes and I saw that he was getting his second Q up, because I know his second Q does a shit ton of damage, I would much rather stand back behind my caster creeps than stand right here getting this minion. You see what I mean? Because as soon as you take that Q to the face, I mean, you're at half health. I mean, he's still full health, and he's not letting the wave shove. I mean, the wave is shoving into you because he's kind of harassing you and everything, but it's not. Maybe this is all just a judgment of matchups, and you just need to learn the matchup a little bit better. But okay, it's good that you're backing up. So the only mistake so far that I see is you just went for that one minion when he had double Q up. So far, I think you're playing the laning phase fine. So he's getting his second Q up again, hiding in the bush. That's fine. Okay. Let's see if I can actually get this. Oh, I need that. Okay. Let's turn the fog of war. Oop, other fog of war. Okay, so. Oh, and your bot lane gave first blood. That's depressing. Wait, who gave first blood? Your mid laner gave first blood? Hold on a second, what?
Wait, Twisted Fate was bot lane? 3 minutes?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Twisted Fate was bot lane, and Talia was bot lane at 3 minutes for some unknown reason. Okay. Right. Anyway. So let's just go over something really quick here. So can you tell me like how to find out where a jungler starts, like early game? Like, you know how to track their movement?
It's mostly, I mostly do it through the number of CS they have.
You are the first person in Silver that's been able to answer that correctly. I am I'm surprised. Okay.
I watch LS's videos.
Oh, okay. I like it. But
he talks about that.
okay, but yeah, that's very, and I tell a lot of people that but it's kind of too high level for people in Silver. Usually, it's mostly like a high diamond type thing, but you find out where the jungler started. So obviously, the Vlad was in lane as soon as the minions came. So the jungler started bot lane. Their jungler is Warwick. So Warwick's jungle path, if you think about it, he can do a full clear or he can gank. So it kind of depends. But his clear is either going to be, in this case, blue wolves red gank, or some variation of that. Maybe he takes grunt, maybe he takes golems and then backs. Who knows? But he still hasn't shown up yet on your map. You have no idea where he's at, but you can take a pretty good guess that he's sitting somewhere near top lane. When I say somewhere near top lane, he's probably taking his red buff right now. But let's go. So you go in for a trade here, just fine. Trade. Let me back up and watch that again. The trade could have gone a little bit better because you were in his giant ass wave of minions. But besides that, it's not that bad. So yeah, you saw that he used his Q on you, and you went in for a trade. That's good. So he has Q on cooldown. He can't use it again because obviously it's on cooldown. It's a big ass minion wave here. You let him Q you again. In this case, I probably. Oh, Kindred wants to go in for a gank. In this case, I would have probably just backed up a little bit and not taken that damage. Kindred's going in for a gank. Okay. Okay. Now, in this situation, I don't know how much CS you end up losing here in the long run, but if your jungler ever does this in the future, ping them back and tell them to screw off.
I'm pretty sure here I was pinging that not have my E yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, you didn't have your E plus. Look at how much juicy gold there is just sitting here.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minions sitting here. And you are 13 CS down right now. So, I mean, in this case, honestly, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even follow. I mean, what you did. I mean, you ended up following up on this Kindred, because. Oh, you missed the cannon. Oh, that hurts my heart. Oh God. Oh, I just gave myself a heart attack. Okay. So I mean, yeah, if you had level 3, you probably could have killed him. But since you only had level 2, I would just let the Kindred take care of it herself, and I would have taken this minion wave. You're missing out on a lot of gold and XP here, because you walk all the way up here. You can't see my cursor, but you walked all the way up to the middle of the lane to try to kill this guy. So you missed the cannon minion's XP and its gold, and you're missing a bunch of other gold and XP here. So without watching you, let's see how much we lose. So we lose 1 CS, lost the cannon, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you lost 6 CS there, and you got nothing out of it. I mean, the Vlad actually almost even killed the Kindred. It looks like the Warwick's gonna kill the Kindred here in 2 seconds, but
yeah.
So you lost a total of 6 CS and the experience for those CS, and you're already way behind. So if your jungler ever tries to do that again, and you're sitting under turret with a huge minion wave, you don't have E up, you don't have anything to stop them from moving, I would just ping them, tell them to screw off, tell them that you have a lot of money that you could be making. You're making bank. Kindred's dead. Okay, Vlad is sitting in lane with like 5 health for some reason. He's Vlad, he thinks he's cool. Honestly, I'd probably try to go in for the kill on Vlad here. I don't know if that's what you are going to do or not. Oh, that is what you're going to do. Oh, wait. Did you not? Oh, you don't have flash up. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. I was going to say, if you had flash up, you totally could have killed it there. Okay, top lane's kind of boring. Let's zoom this ahead. So Vlad's sitting low health, so you can free farm. That's fine. So you go back. How much gold do you have? Before you back. Hold on. There used to be a button that switched between the items and gold. I don't know if I can see that anymore. You go back and buy corrupting potion and rejuve bead. So, one thing that I think you probably could have itemized for a bit better in this game is probably, so the best build for Jax right now is going Tiamat straight into Triforce, right? Okay, so buying the corrupting potion here is a pretty big mistake. You really only buy corrupting potion when you're starting out with a corrupting potion. You never ever. I mean, you could go back and you could buy the refillable pot for 150 gold instead of in that, but you wasted 450 gold getting a corrupting potion and then getting a rejuve V. The rejuve V is fine because it builds into the Hydra, which you're going to get later, I assume. But you could have used your gold a little bit more efficiently here. I don't think the corrupting potion was necessarily worth it. So we go back to lane. We're having lots of fun. Just CSing slowly. It's fine. So we take a quick look at the map here. Bot lane just died. Mid lane's nowhere to be seen. That is a terrible TP on Vlad's part. Okay. Oh, but he's level 6 and you're not. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had gotten 6 there.
Okay.
That was bad.
Yeah. Well, you could have avoided this death in a million ways, but let's step back about 15 seconds and we'll see. So first of all, walking up on him is fine. You didn't know he had level 6, or maybe you did. Even so, that's fine. So you step up, you stun him. That's fine. He ults you. As soon as he ults you, you really should back off. You're only level 5. You're at half mana. He has a Seeker's Arm Guard. You have a Corrupting Pot. You really have no tools to fight him right now with, especially since you're a whole level down on him. So he eases you, and then he gets a bunch of damage off. So in this case, and I think this is, I mean, does he have Flash Up? He has not Flash Up. So this is where you could have gotten out. So you walk back into him right here, and I'll let the video catch up. On the stream, you walk back up into him right here, and you W him once. But in that time it took you to W him, he got his second Q up. He walks up, Qs you, and then he pulls you to get the final hit. Now, if you wouldn't have walked back up to W him that one time, you would have easily lived. But you got a little greedy. I understand. Trust me, I do that in my games all the time. You got a little bit greedy. That's understandable. You ended up losing this game, right? Yeah, you're mid.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So let's just go swimming along the lane. You buy. I don't know if that was a good buy either. Okay, so you, with the 450 gold you had, you went back and you bought a ruby crystal. So since you're 1 kill down and 20 CS behind, I'd probably recommend that you get a Hex Drinker in this case. A Hex Drinker against a Vlad will save your life a million times over. I'll tell you that much. Especially against into a melee into ranged matchup like this. So even if you don't buy Hex Drinker, I don't think a Ruby Crystal is the right item to build here. I would still go straight for your Tiamat right away if you can stand it. Go straight for your Tiamat. Then you can just you can auto shove the wave in and then back up, so you won't have to deal with his over trading ass right away. So you missed 1 CS there. It's not that bad. He's the only thing that really sucks is you are what? You're sitting 30 or 30? Is that 30 or 20? You're sitting 20 CS down right now. That is really not good. I don't know. I think that's a combination of that death and a combination of that Kindred gank. That Kindred gank lost you a lot of CS and a lot of experience. But CSing, just put that on a list. If you're making a list, put that on a list of things to look out for. Okay, so you're dodging his double Qs. That's fine. Man, your team's just dying all over the place. Okay. Moving forward. CSing on her turret. Fun. Kindred's coming in for a gank. Oh, Warwick was sitting in the bush. Jesus, that Warwick chased so far. Okay. Okay. That was well played, but I feel like you could have played it even a little bit better. I think you got really lucky that that they didn't focus you a bit harder, because otherwise you easily would have died here. But yeah, let's go back and look at that team fight really quick. If we can handle it. So let's see what goes wrong here. So you're sitting at about half health. Kindred comes in for the gank. Uh-oh, Big Mama Warwick sitting in the bush. Showed up by TF ult. So, Vlad ults you. You put your E up, which is good. You jump back on them to stun them, which is okay, but not really necessary. Vlad is Flash. He could have killed you here. I don't know why he didn't. I guess he was scared of himself dying. The work follows too far, and you live. So I guess that is good. So the only thing I probably would have done better is I probably wouldn't have E'd back into the fight. E'd back into the fight puts yourself at a lot of risk. Obviously, a ton of risk that you don't need to be taking.
Maybe that first where I jumped in with the E, I should have just waited longer since TF was coming with full health.
Yeah, I would have waited a lot longer. I would have waited, well, maybe, okay, when I say a lot longer, I mean maybe like 3-4 seconds. But, yeah, I mean, you have your jungler and your mid laner top lane with full health, and you're sitting at less than a fourth with no mana. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have jumped in there, like, in any case. I would have let them deal with it, because they were both full health. I think they could have taken it without you. The stun was nice, but Vlad pooled immediately after, so you didn't really gain that much off of it. So you went back, you bought a Tiamat. That death was a little messy. Let's go back and look at that. Okay, so you're CSing, that's good. You're taking a few... Okay, that was a... Okay, that's the mistake right there.
Yeah.
So you go in, you take a second Q to the face, you take a third Q to the face, and then you engage on him right as his second Q is coming up. It seems like this is kind of a trend that's happening in this game, and I don't know if do you play a lot of Jax? I feel like you don't play a lot of Jax.
Not very much.
Okay. So, I mean, you can just take this as some advice for anybody you play against. Kind of learn what the other champion does, and I know that sound I don't mean that to sound not hypocritical, like I'm talking down to you or anything, but this has happened like 4 or 5 times this game, where you keep walking into a second queue and he eats like a huge ass chunk of your health, and the 2 times that you die so far is because of it. You eat a second queue to the face, and then since he's Vlad, he easily just walks underneath you and tower dives you, Qs you one more time, and you die. So
yeah.
That's just something to look out for. If you bought a Hex Drinker, like I said, you probably wouldn't have to deal with this. If you bought a Hex Drinker, you probably could 1v1 him, but if you're behind, I'd recommend that hold on a sec. Okay, that TP was interesting. Not sure if it was entirely needed, but you got a kill out of it, so it's fine. So we're going for the Talia here. This Talia is dumb, apparently, because she likes walking up into you. Get a kill. Go on the Vlad, I guess. Oh, he died before he got his gold card off. Okay, so that's fine. You get a kill. The TF made a pretty stupid decision by walking back up into the Vlad, but that's fine. So you know Vlad's bot. You can see Vlad bot lane right now. So yep, good idea. Shoving it straight into turret. I would probably even shove again, even into the second tier turret, all the way into the second tier turret. Because right now Vlad is probably running top lane to grab that juicy ass wave. Oh nope, he's still bot lane. So in this case, you have all 5 people bot lane, and I know you didn't see this when you were recalling it or anything, but if you would have kept shoving this lane, you would have seen them all 5 bot lane eventually, and then you probably could have gotten this turret. So that's one thing. Jax is a really good split pusher. Another bad thing, you're kind of 50 CS down. That's not really good at all. The Vlad somehow doesn't have a finished item, even though he has 3 kills and 110 CS, which is a bit odd. But So the main thing you should probably focus on, if you take anything out of this lesson, is CSing. Learn how to CS a little bit better. Also, choosing your item builds. So I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to finish Titanic Hydra first item on Jax. You finish Tiamat, and then you go Tiamat into Triforce, because Triforce gives Jax a really huge power spike with the attack speed and the Sheen proc that it gives. So every time you W, it gives you a Sheen proc, and it gives you a much better chance at killing towers like this one. So everybody's bot lane. I mean, if you would have killed all these minions right here, oh yeah, that would have been an easy top turret for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thought process was that since I was just getting dumped on in lane, that Titanic would be kind of a tankier, safer choice rather than going with the Triforce.
And I agree. At the same time, I completely agree with you. But, well, I agree with the thinking of you needing to be a little bit tankier. But the thing is, Titanic Hydra and its active isn't really good unless you already have a tank item, and I wouldn't necessarily consider Titanic Hydra a tank item in itself. So usually what the build path for Jax is Tiamat, Triforce, and then some kind of tank item. Usually I see people go with Thornmail now that they give Thornmail health, but you could also go, like in this instance, I would probably go like Spirit Visage against the Vlad. Or since the Ezreal's 3-1, actually I'd probably go Spirit Visage because the Talia is 6-1 as well. But yeah, so far it's just CSing and working on your build order is what I think the main problem is here. So you go in for this mid turret, which is fine. They stop you, which kind of sucks. Let's see. Take a Q to the face. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to humor me here for like 5 seconds, and I'm not asking you this question because you're stupid. But just humor me for a second. So, how do you, in the most basic sense of the game, how do you win a game of League of Legends?
You push down turrets and kill the Nexus.
Yes. Yes, correct. So, killing the Nexus is the ultimate. I mean, okay, you kill the Nexus, you win the game. I mean, that's how the game works. You kill the Nexus, and you automatically win the game. Because that's how the game works. Now, people in Silver, and I'm not talking about you specifically this game, I'm talking about, I mean, everybody on your team is really far behind, so I can't really put any blame on anyone. But everybody seems to be going for kills. Like, you and Kindred are both top lane right now, trying to kill this Vlad, when you guys could be mid pressuring this Talia, who's about to take one of your objectives, one of these turrets here. It could be bot lane, because I assume these guys are going to get killed and they're going to take this tower. So killing this Vlad isn't really as worth it as losing these two turrets within the next minute and a half. And most people, below Platinum don't really seem to understand that. So, how do you win the game? You kill a Nexus. How do you kill a Nexus? You kill the turrets. Now, there's kind of a hierarchy of ways to what am I thinking? Of objectives in this game. So obviously, the most important objective is the Nexus. So you kill a Nexus, you win the game. Okay, so you always focus the Nexus over everything else. The next thing after that is inhibitors. Always focus inhibitors before everything else. Next thing after inhibitors is towers. After towers is Baron. Baron, then dragons. Dragons, then CS. And then, and you notice here, the last thing on the list is kills. So, kills are the very, very, very last thing that you want to be focusing on in all of these games. And if you take one thing out of this coaching session, I hope that that's probably it, and maybe you can teach your teammates along the way, but CS is more important than killing the Vlad over and over again. Killing his tower is more important than killing the CS over and over again. Killing his Nexus is what wins the game. So you kind of have to play around the that thought. You have to play around the idea that you're not playing to kill your enemy laner. I mean, while obviously you want to kill the laner any chance you can, anytime that and it's kind of hard to explain without showing you like a real representation. While you only go for kills if your opposing laner consents to it, and I know that sounds really weird from basic perspective, but when I say consents to it, I mean if it's, and I've played games in bronze, and this stuff happens all the time. I mean, so you're farming your wave, you're level 3, the enemy laner's level 2. He tries to trade with you under your minion wave. That's an easy consent to kill him. I mean, he's gonna take a bunch of minion damage. You're a level up on him. That's when you should go for a kill. But if he's 2 levels up on you, which he is in this instance, and he's 3 levels up on the Kindred, which is coming up to try to kill him, I mean, it's way more important to try to focus on this mid turret or this bot turret or this top turret here instead of then going for this kill, which ultimately might lead up to a turret, but you don't have vision of the jungler, so the jungler could be topside. In this case, the jungler's probably bot side. His blue's coming up right now, but getting this kill could lead to you getting to a turret at some point. But so let's see if we actually get this kill here. For some reason, this Vlad decides to all in instead of run, which is a little questionable. If he didn't Zhonya's, he could have gotten that kill. Oh, he got the kill anyway. So like I said, the Vlad was 3 levels up on the Kindred. Oh, you did get the kill. Okay, I was gonna say that's a bit depressing. So you guys both end up dying for that. That's that easily could have been prevented. If you guys just would have gone in that time while you guys were screwing around top and you guys both got killed. You got one for 2, which isn't really amazing. Mid lane got killed, and Andy got his tower taken, and now the Taliyah is ulting bot lane to kill your other 2 laners and then take your bot lane turret.
So in that case, should I just ping the Kindred away and just be like, no, I just need to farm up?
Yeah, yes, 100% do that. Especially if you I mean, I know this is silver and the players are like really, really, really dumb, but so you lost 2 turrets and 3 kills because the Kindred wanted to kill top, and the Kindred was already 3 levels behind the guy who you wanted to kill. So the chance of you actually getting the kill on him, very, very, very low. So are you understanding what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like when I went up there, my intention was not to fight the Vlad because he was.
Yeah.
Very...
That's understandable. If now. Yeah, what you should have just done, if your intention wasn't to fight the Vlad, is you should have just let the Kindred kill himself and then walk away. I mean, it's much, and I know that sounds bad, and I mean, I know in Silver he's going to be like, oh no, why didn't you help me? But you could have just been like, he's 3 levels up on you. Why would you even? Why? Why? Because that would be my perspective. I mean, if I were in my diamond game and my guy was 3 levels behind and I helped him and got killed, I mean, he wouldn't be pinging me ? He'd be like, why did you go? He'd be like, why did you go in and get yourself killed? The higher you go up, I mean, obviously the smarter the people get. But so in Silver, the Kindred would be like, hey, why didn't you help me? But in Diamond, it'd probably be more like, hey, why did you help me? I mean, So you could have overcame that death. So far, it seems like this game is pretty much over. You're only 8,000 gold down, and I've seen people win games like this in the past. The Kindred is killing CS instead of helping you, and then gets collapsed on. So that is all fun. They use Rift Herald to kill him. So you have no vision on anyone. You know that at least... Okay, you have vision on everyone right now except for the Ezreal, so it's safe to split push this turret. So, and I hope you do. You do go and get that. It should only be the Alistar down here. Oh, and the Ezreal showed up. Okay, good ward jump though to get away from him, and you're faster than him, so you get out. Sweet. They're all fighting in the top jungle for some reason. This kind of seems just like silver player syndrome, but like everybody on your team just wants to fight even though they're all 2-7.
Yeah.
Everybody on your team is 2-7, yet they really want to fight for some reason. So in this case, I would probably just I would talk in chat and just tell them, guys, farm up, CS up, defend turrets, stuff like that. In this case, they have 3 dragons, you're down 10k gold. I mean, the chances of you winning this game are pretty slim, but stuff does happen. Okay, he just got Baron, so that just got even worse for you guys. But the chances of you guys winning this game from the standpoint that you are at right now is pretty low. There are a few things you probably could have done to help out this game, and I'm probably going to end the VOD review right here because I assume that they win a team fight and they just shovel lane and win the game. But yeah. So a few things to look at, and I'm just going to repeat myself for the sake of the VOD, so you can look at it later if you want. Things to work on. Item builds. It seems like maybe you just don't know you haven't played a ton of Jax or whatever, but definitely research your item builds a lot. Going Hex Drinker this game I think would have saved your life 3 or 4 times over. There's a million things that you could have done to save your life in the laning phase. But building a Hex Drinker, what if you were already 0-1, building a Hex Drinker, you probably wouldn't have gotten killed that second time. You finished Titanic Hydra before going anything. I wouldn't do that in the future if you're playing Jax. Also, you built Corrupting Potion, which isn't entirely necessary. If you want, you can go ahead and build the refillable pot for 150 gold, but I wouldn't ever build a Corrupting Potion unless it was your starting item. Against Vlad, Corrupting Potion might be an okay start, but I would probably still stick with Doran Shield. I think that was a correct choice. You built Merc Treads also, which is kind of an odd choice. They actually don't... I mean, even though they have a ton of magic dealers, they don't have a ton of CC on their team. So, honestly, I think Ninja Tabby would probably be the way to go this game, instead of Merc Treads. CSing is really important. You're 50 CS down in this Vlad. It's late game, so it doesn't make that much of a difference, but early game you were... if the Kindred if any jungler should come up to you when there's a big 12-stack minion on your turret, tell him to screw off, tell him to go somewhere else, because there is no way in hell I would ever give up that much gold just to try to get a kill.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, honestly, maybe you could have made a TP play bot or something, but the game was kind of unwinnable to begin with. I mean, the mid laner died like 6-7 times before the 20-minute mark. The bot lane, or the Callista, kept killing herself. I mean...
Oh, also, the Callista had no keystone.
Yeah.
She had no runes or she had no masteries at all.
Oh, gosh.
I was just looking at the op.gg and I just saw that. It's funny.
Oh, gosh. Guy in chat, Commander Worf. Oi, saw you're only coaching NA. Why is that? Is different regions different? The reason I only coach NA, I mean, I could coach different regions. I have no problem with that. It's just usually after I coach people, I play a game with them. So I only have accounts on LAN and NA, so that's why I say only NA. I can make a special exception or something if you want to look over VOD. Just hit me up in the coaching chat. Maybe we could, or join my Discord. Maybe we could talk about it. I hope that answers that guy's question. So let me just exit out of this game. So, like I said, those things would be the things that you should probably work on the most. We have 5 minutes left until the session's over, I guess. So, do you have any ending questions? Anything like that? Was this helpful? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like the different matches I've played, and I like missed out on so much gold just from taking silly fights like that level 3 gank, and yeah. So the other thing I was gonna ask. So, one thing that happens a lot, especially when I'm playing top lane, and I want to be at least separated from my team while I shove out a lane and then put pressure where my team isn't. So, oftentimes I get like usually it's ADC because ADCs love farm. But they'll like, or I guess, all right, here's an example. So I go bot lane to shove out a lane, and my bot lane has moved to top lane. And when I go bot lane to shove out the lane, they're like, no, this is my lane. They shove it out. Is there anything you can do so I can like, because I feel like I'm like just getting further and further behind, and it's really hard to make a difference, if you don't have gold. Obviously.
Yeah, of course. Well, so you're saying like so your bot lane goes top lane for some reason? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So like later in the game, like they're up there to push out the lane, and I'm bot lane, but then they run down there and they're like, hey, this is my farm too.
I would just mute them and tell them to screw off. Honestly, there is an instance where if your bot lane wins really, really hard, you can do a lane swap, given that you can take on their bot laners. So, say, like, you have, like the Ezreal Alistar from last game, and they are 5-0 bot lane, they kill the enemy turret, and you're still laning top lane. A really good thing that they can do is those two, since they're so fed, they're 5-0, they can go top lane and mess up your enemy, and then get the top turret, while since their laner's bot lane is so weak that you can just sit bot and free farm. Now I know people in silver probably don't do that, but a lot of people in upper plat do that. So keep a mind out and a watch out for that in your games if you're playing top ever. If your bot lane gets really, really far ahead and they get the first turret, just ask them, hey guys, do you want to switch? Because it would really help you out in the long run.
Yeah.
Oh god, what the hell? This guy's... Jesus Christ. Okay. Any other closing questions or anything like that? Or is that it? I keep everyone that I coach on my friends list, or I can add you on my league friends list if you want. And if you have any other questions in the future, you can hit me up, and we can talk again. We can just talk for 5 minutes. We can talk for another hour if you feel like it, but just whatever you're feeling.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So.
I guess I had just one more question.
Okay.
So in that lane, so saying that I played it correctly, didn't take Vlad's empowered Q to the face, and I was able to get more CS. At what point I guess I feel like I'm like in that lane with like that matchup. I'm like always at a disadvantage. So would I just play passive until I see a chance to like TP bot lane or
Yes.
okay.
Because Jax is a late game scaling monster. If you are, I mean, yeah, if you're in the laning phase and you end up getting 3 kills, then your late game comes mid game. You finish a Triforce at 20 minutes and then you start wrecking the game and then you win the game off of that. But most of the time that doesn't happen. I mean, if you're in a higher elo, most of the time your enemies won't let you kill them like so easily. So you just have to CS the game out. So as Jax, as Jax into Vladimir, I would play that lane super passive unless the Vladimir is just, I don't know, unless he's doing something like he's not supposed to, like he's just trying to go for CS and like completely ignoring you, or if your jungler's killing him over and over again, then in that case, yeah, sure, I would go in for the kill on that. But otherwise, in that matchup, I would play passive like 90% of the time.
Okay.
So, I'm going to ask one more time. Any final questions, or is that about it?
I think that's it.
Okay. So,
Thanks for your help.
yeah, no problem. If you, I just ask you to do one more thing. If you could just go to the coaching website, leave a review. It could be good, bad. You can leave a sentence. You can leave a paragraph. I've had people leave like huge ass paragraphs. I've had people leave nothing. So, but you put a review up there. It helps me get some more business per se.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like I said, I don't know what your league account is. I assume it's God. I had it up on my lessons here in a second. It's the Cigano. However you say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, how about I'll make it easy for you. I'll just add you right now.
Cool.
Okay. So if you ever see me on and you have any questions, just hit me up with a message and we should be good to go.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Yep. See you later, man.
All right. See ya.
Okay, we just finished our coaching session, and I'm streaming right now, so people can hear what you're saying. So I have another coaching session right now. I'm pretty sure.
Poach him! Woo!
Okay.
I'm the best.
Next guy we're coaching is this guy.
I'm playing a Collie right now. I tried playing on my other account. I was playing.
Are you playing on
Yeah.
Are you playing on NA or LAN?
No, LAN is fixed. No.
Okay.
But
Oh boy, we got an Annie one trick as our next person.
That's good.
Hell to the
No,
yes.
I'm playing a Collie top. I played a Collie mid last game on the other account, and it didn't go well.
Oh really?
And I was 3-0, and then my GP who I asked to trade with me, I was like, yo, could you trade with me? And he's like, no, and then he inted the Fiora, so it's unfortunate, but oh my god. But you know, what are you gonna do? You can't stop him from modding. Oh my.
Okay, I know we have 5 people in the stream right now, so I'm gonna stop the stream for 2 seconds and I'm gonna restart it back up so we can so I can segment this off into a YouTube video. So
Wait, why do you have so many people in your stream?
Because I feel like it. So like I said, I'm gonna stop the stream for 2 seconds and start it back up. Hopefully this second guy that we are coaching comes in, and if you guys want to sit and listen in on the next one, go feel free.